designed to show love. They would rather see you down for life. To your DIE, revolution will not be televised. While buffoonery is broadcast daily. Young boys slacking now, so quick to shoot you. With no thought willing to forfeit the future.
Open up the paper, open up, see that every day. It says the same, it says the same thing. A mother lost the daughter, she lost the daughter, father lost the son. It's such a shame. It's gotta change, change.
That's the sound of the men. That's the sound. That's the sound of the men. That's the sound of the men working on the chain.
Working on the chain.
That's the sound of the men. That's the sound of the men working on the chain.
Traz, what up? Yeah, they got a cell, not a job for me, hard for me. Mama scared, so she pray to God for me, dog for me. This is grand, lost in me, but parts of me gotta eat. So the wind behind my back and the ground is beneath my feet. Getting letters every week, I'm hoping they stop coming, hoping they stop going, hoping and not knowing if and when it's my goal. I ain't gotta lie, bro, I hit Wells Fargo before I hit the lotto, and that'll be the sound of me. Lawyer got it down to 3, plus pay the town a fee, thanks to a counter plea. What about my daughter, my son, and they moms? Leaving them's gonna be wrong, so Mr. Gist can only be Tom and work harder. Keep the homies from bidding. We breaking up families. All we know is division. A split second. All it takes is one dude hating. I know they got my jumpsuit waiting. Tom Gist.
White man running, you assume that he jogging. Black man running, you assume that he robbing. How is this not a problem? Revolving doors of prison got recidivism as high as it's ever been. But what a G gon' do? Come home brand new when there's nothing brand new for him to come home to? The streets is now ugly. Wild Wild West with little dudes who just watch Wild Wild Wubsy. Who feels pressure to get fresher? Figure he best off, pick up where he left off. That ain't the case, y'all. These young boys from 12 to 21 brush your hair like a face card. Stats for blacks say more if I'm in attached to the system than the diaspora can even match. Judge makes it all clear, it ain't all fair. Sentence my man sincere to life in dog years. Optimistically he turned to me and said, hold your head, I'll be home at 163. I cried cause he was an angel, walking, carrying his wings. I never knew he could fly.
That's the sound of the men. That's the sound. That's the sound of the men. That's the sound of the men working on the chain.
Working on the chain.
That's the sound of the men. That's the sound of the men working on the chain.
Chains on my neck, chains on my wrist. Every other day you would greet me with a gift. Wasn't worth the time I gotta spend with your son. It's waiting until the child wise daddy can't come. Football came home and keep her mind in trouble. But daughter Derry is to a big next level. She will never settle. Eyes red like a